So I've got my little setup ready to do my exams. Got my comfy pillow that'll help support my back while I'm sat here. Crochet blanket that I can sit under when I'm doing my exam. The charger ready. Then have a chocolate bar. I will have a bit of this just right before I start. My mum always used to give us a small chocolate bar to take into school when we had exams. It was the only time we ever got chocolate in our packed lunches. She used to say that so that we would have a bite of it, have our small chocolate bar before the exam, because apparently that makes your blood sugar just spike a little bit and it just gives you a bit of like a boost and a rush before the exam. Don't know how true, but yeah, it's now tradition for me. So I'll have a little bit with that. The exam's an hour and 55 minutes, and then I get 50% extra time, so I'll probably have a little more couple of squares about halfway through the exam to give me another little boost going through. Then got a bottle of flavoured water. Actually, normally I'll just have water, but I thought since I'm doing an exam, I'll get myself a bottle of flavoured water instead, because as I said, I'm going to be here like close to 3 hours, so it's bit bigger than my regular bottles that I have downstairs that are reusable. I mean, this one is reusable again. I can just fill it up with plain water, but yeah. So I got myself a pack of these for doing the exams, and I had one the other day because I got 3 of them, and one for today, one for my next exam on Friday. This here is my Saint card, which I will have and I'll hold, and I'll rub the little pendant in, which is the Saint. I'll rub that when I'm in the exam to try and bring me a bit of comfort and praying a little bit when I get nervous and anxious. I'm a Catholic, and when you do your confirmation, you're supposed to take a saint who you get called by in the confirmation ceremony, and that saint is someone who you're supposed to pick, someone who you've got some sort of connection with. So when I got my confirmation, I picked Saint Dymphna, who is the patron saint of mental health. So I've got a card for her. This one I keep on my bookcase most of the time, and then there's a prayer in the back there that I'll say before the exam. Then obviously, main thing, I've got my laptop, and this is a sticker I have on that just perfectly sums up what I'm like most of the time when doing my exams.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be.
Good evening, guys. I hope you are all doing well. I am just currently working on bauble number, I want to say 7. Yeah, I think it's bauble number 7. No, bauble number 9. Bit confused there. So this is the bauble I'm working on. There's 2 photos of it there. Well, there's 2 of them in the photo. A bit more of a close-up of it. So this one has actually got 3 colours in it. So I'm using the blue that I worked on number 7 and 8 with, and then this pink here, which is it's a lovely pale pink, but it does stand out against the white, and that one's going to be for number 10 and 11. So yeah, working on that now. I am just past halfway, 1 row past halfway, so yeah, I'm getting there. I did exam number 1 today, and yeah, I've been asked a lot, how do I think it went, and I'm not gonna lie, I've got no clue. And it's one of those, because what they are is their single best answer questions. So I could have picked a correct answer, but it's not the best answer, so yeah, I wouldn't get any points for it. So that's why I don't know. There was one question that was really lovely though, It was when an Act of Parliament is created in Westminster, when it's granted royal assent, unless stated otherwise, where is it? Where do you where is it? Like, where's the jurisdiction for it, basically? And I put option B, which is England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. So I definitely think I've got one right. So I've just got to get another 44 right, and then I've passed. So, you know, fingers crossed. I mean, it wasn't the easiest of exams, but we didn't get questions on tax that were too bad. And the EU ones were only moderately bad. They weren't horrifically bad. So, you know, that's it. Just focus on the silver linings, focus on the good bits. But yeah, last night I barely slept last night. But I felt absolutely exhausted and my head was just throbbing. But I just couldn't sleep, and I do think a lot of that was anxiety, just, you know, keeping you up. So I was up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Is when I finally decided, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I will come downstairs, and I just, you know, did a bit of reading, a bit of note taking and stuff like that. Because I was tossing and turning, and I'd been awake for a couple of hours at that point. Bear in mind, I went to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. So, yeah, I went up to bed, took me a while to get off, and then was awake within a few hours and just couldn't get back off properly. So, yeah, I went after my exam, I came downstairs, and my dad had been out, and he'd gone to a local cafe where they do like these little cakes, and he got me what we call school cake. So basically when you went to like school, quite often one of the desserts that you'd maybe have sometimes with your lunch would be this big sheet of just like a vanilla sponge cake, and then it comes with like icing on and sprinkles, and it's not anything fancy, but it just takes me back to being in school. And yeah, these are not as fluffy as ones we used to have in school though. I remember the ones in school really fluffy. But yeah, my dad got me that little treat, which I thought was so lovely of him. So I came downstairs, grabbed myself some lunch, and then went up, had a little nap, and then came back downstairs and just carried on revising for Friday. Yeah, I thought if I take the day off, then I'm just going to be struggling and rushing around trying to get things done for get, you know, the reading that I wanted to get done tomorrow. So I was like, yeah, let's just get out some of it tonight. So I've done that. I feel a bit productive now, which I didn't after I'd had the nap. So that's nice, and it's helped me get to that stage. So yeah, it's been a bit hectic, but got one more exam on Friday, and then got an exam in January. So the end is in sight, and yeah, I can't wait to be able to have finished. So I'm just for a break. Just want a week break. Because it's been non-stop. So yeah, I just want a little break for a week. But yeah, anyway, and that's all I've been up to today. Tomorrow I need to go with my dad to help him pick up an order for my nephew's Christmas present. My sister helped him order it, and she got the email to her address. It's one of those click and collect, so she's forwarded it all onto me to help me go and get it, because if it goes into my dad's email box, he'll lose it. And I'm not good with this phone. He's got an Android phone, I've got an iPhone. I've had iPhone for years, so when it comes to using a phone with Android, I'm hopeless with it. So, yeah. So I've got that tomorrow. And then Friday, final exam, and going out shopping with my mum afterwards. So I'll probably take you along with me, get you out for a bit, like I'm getting out for a bit. Yeah, so we're gonna do that and have a little girls trip, which will be nice. We're quite fortunate in the sense of we've got, because in Liverpool we've got Liverpool 1, which is in the city centre, and it's a really good shopping place to go. I mean, you've got shops that are just outside Liverpool 1, like Church Street, Lord Street, but Liverpool 1 itself is quite good, and it's well filled out. I think I saw in the news report that when we were coming out of the pandemic, they had more shops filled than before the pandemic. So they've really mastered like the model on how to keep a shopping centre sustainable in this day and age. I mean, it is open air, so it does feel weird calling it a shopping centre, but yeah, technically it is. But anyway, I'm now just starting to ramble, so I'm going to let you all go. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. I hope you're all staying safe, taking care, and I will speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.